What's up, everyone, and welcome back. Today, I'm going to be going over my top 10 list for New Comic Book Day, November 24th, 2021. This was an awesome week for new comics. All of my books showed up to my LCS. Marvel killed it this week. We had a new Hulk issue. Thor was a brand new arc. New Black Panther series. House of Slaughter 2 came out from Boom Studios. I cannot wait to talk about these books with you guys. But before I get started off on this top 10 list, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content that's going to keep you up to date on all of the latest releases. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And now, without further ado, let's talk about this top 10 list. So I hope you all are having a fantastic new comic book day so far today. The winner of last week's giveaway, this 2-book lot and the Dark Blood print, is Jason Dickman. Congratulations on winning, and be sure to comment down below on my pinned comment. We can discuss how I'm going to be getting these books out to you. Now, as far as this week's comics go, honestly, I thought we had a really solid week of books. I was also able to pick up last week's as well, the indie ones that never showed up to my shop. It was Primordial issue number 3 and Not All Robots issue number 4. I didn't read them yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. And for this week's books, I did pick up Iron Man issue number 14. I'm not caught up in the series, so I'm not going to be reviewing it, but man, those Alex Ross covers are incredible. And as always, just be aware, once I get into the top 10 list, there's probably going to be spoilers. I get really excited talking about some of these books, so I let some things slip, but I'm going to be putting a little tag down low a little bit before I get started on the important stuff of the issue, just so you guys are aware. But now let's get started on the real top 10 list. All right, so to kick this top 10 list off first, we've got coming in at number 10. This is Marvel's brand new miniseries. We've got Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, issue number 1. This is cover A, and this was an extremely last-second pickup for me. I really wasn't planning on grabbing it. I kind of wish I didn't. I didn't think it was all that good. I did like the artwork, but in my honest opinion, I feel like Marvel released this new miniseries just so people can get aware of who Kate Bishop is, a little bit of backstory about her, and to get everyone hyped up for the new Hawkeye series. The issue itself had a little bit of a mystery to it. It started off with a lot of action, and it moved into kind of who she is, and then it got into the real plot. But it's only a 5-issue miniseries, so the way that the first one started, I really wasn't feeling it all too much, so I don't think I'm going to be continuing on with it. Let's talk about it a little bit more down low, but for those reasons, we've got Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, issue number 1, coming in at number 10. And next up this week, we've got coming in at number 9, this is Marvel's The Death of Doctor Strange, issue number 3. This is cover A. This issue was alright. I'm just not really too interested in the series anymore. I really liked the first issue, the whole who killed Doctor Strange, the whole mystery behind it. But then once we saw the second issue, they definitely went away from that. We had the first appearance characters and what those 3 mothers were all about. This issue kind of recapped that, gave us a little bit more backstory on them, what their mission is, and where the rest of this series is going to be going. Honestly, I didn't read any of the tie-ins besides the Strange Academy one. I don't plan on reading any of them either. I don't know if maybe I'm missing some story or there's stuff in those issues that would really make this a lot better right now. But as far as the main series goes, where we're at in issue 3, I don't think I'm going to be continuing on with this one. I know there's only a couple more issues, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. The title's slightly misleading in my opinion. They still are kind of wondering who killed him, but this is a spoiler. He's not actually dead, so I don't know. I might keep going, but I don't think I will. So for those reasons, we've got The Death of Doctor Strange, issue number 3, coming in at number 9. Next up this week, we've got coming in at number 8, this is AWA's Fight Girls, issue number 5. This is cover A. Honestly, I'd highly recommend checking out this series. I thought the first 4 issues were very good. Each issue had its own event that was kind of leading us to where we are right now. But this series definitely needed more than 5 issues. I wasn't a huge fan of the ending, but it kind of set us up for a volume 2. This 5th issue, we didn't learn a lot about some of these characters that they've been building up this entire time. It seems like they added a few new things into it as well, and that's what's kind of leading me to believe that they're going to be having a volume 2 of this. So as of now, 5 out of 5 issues, the series is done. I thought the ending was just alright. I thought leading up to the ending was fantastic. But now I'm expecting a volume 2 to come out. If you enjoyed this series, let me know what you thought about it down low. But for those reasons, we've got Fight Girls, issue number 5, coming in at number 8. Next up this week, we've got coming in at number 7. This is Heavy Metals, Never Never, issue number 5. This is cover A, and for those of you reading this, this is also the series finale, and I definitely recommend checking out this one. This was an incredible 5-issue read. I love the artwork, I love the storytelling, just the plot buildup, and the character development. They did a phenomenal job with this. So with this issue, everything that they've been building up to finally happened. We got to see each side. They were gearing up for a big war. We had a nice big battle. It was really gruesome and just cool. And then from there, Obviously, we had a nice ending, but this is going to be a spoiler. So, how it ended, I definitely think there's going to be another volume to this one too, or they're just going to be ending it and just leaving us on a cliffhanger. But I really liked it. If you can find these issues, I know they're a little bit pricier on eBay. A lot of shops got shorted. Try and check it out if you can. If not, I usually don't recommend it, but read it digitally. I'm personally not a digital fan, but to each their own. So, for those reasons, we've got Never Never, issue number 5, coming in at number 7. Next up this week, we've got coming in at number 6. This is Marvel's brand new series. We've got Hulk, issue number 1. This is cover A. I was really looking forward to this new series. I was hoping Donny Cates would kill it, and honestly, I'm not entirely sure how I felt about this first issue. If you're a longtime Hulk fan, I don't know. It felt very new. It feels like an entirely new take on the Hulk, and I kind of like that, but I'm not entirely sure about this is going to be a spoiler, the space direction, like the space piloting of the Hulk. I'm not sure how I felt about that. But as far as the artwork goes, they killed it on that. It was incredible. The characters, the coloring, the penciling, just the way that the artwork went across the panels, it was phenomenal. So, like I said before, not entirely sure about how I feel with the direction of the whole space piloting Hulk with Bruce Banner kind of being a madman. Very fresh take. Feels cool. I'm going to be sticking with it, but we're going to go from there. So for those reasons, we've got Hulk, issue number 1, coming in at number 6. And now we're down to the top 5 issues of the week. We've got coming in at number 5 this week. This is AWA's Moths, issue number 6. This is cover A. This is also the end of the series. And while I thought the actual series was okay, the first couple issues were really good, and then to me it kind of dropped off. This was a phenomenal series ender. I loved it. It's everything that they've been building up to, but just the development of the characters and just kind of seeing where they went at the very end, I thought they did a great job with it. So with this issue, this is going to be a spoiler. Everything has been leading up to this. Emily's time on this earth is kind of done, but at the same time, we saw all of that, but we saw that the Moths aren't actually dead. They're just waiting to kind of be reborn again. I really like that. And just the way that the series actually ended, it's exactly how it started as well. So we have Emily, where she first went to kind of unleash her powers, and now she went to the same place to kind of have her ending. But what really stood out to me is that we had that one character from the beginning that kind of set everything up. She kind of did the same thing, like, all right, Emily's done. Next up, if you're ready, it's time for you to go, unleash your powers too. It was really cool to see that how, while she's important in her own way, it's kind of a business for them too. We have our next one to do now that she's done for. I like that aspect. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do next with the Reborn world. They're killing it on it. I love everything AWA is doing with that whole Reborn world. So make sure you check this one out if you haven't already done it. A trade paperback is going to be coming out soon. But for those reasons, we've got Moths, issue number 6, coming in at number 5. Next up, we've got coming in at number 4 this week. This is Images, Radium Black, issue number 10. This is cover A. So in some of my previous videos and just my previews videos, I've talked about how this series has kind of dropped off to me. I loved the first arc, but then since then, I just haven't really been feeling it. And even before I started reading this issue, I thought to myself, if I don't like this one, I think this is going to be where I drop the series off at. This issue. Artwork alone, it would get number 1 in my book, but I based it off the story, so didn't get number 1. It was phenomenal, though. It was absolutely breathtaking, and I went back and had to reread some of the panels because I just got caught staring at the artwork the entire time. As far as the issue goes, this one brought me right back in. I was feeling it. It was fantastic, and I just felt connected to the characters as I was reading this issue. This is going to be a spoiler. So in this one, we have our main character, and he went into the everything to find the truth to save his friend Nathan, the character from the first arc, and man, this was a hell of an issue. It was a ride, and I cannot wait to see where they go with this one now. Like I said, this issue brought me right back onto it. I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did, but for those reasons, we've got Radiant Black, issue number 10, coming in at number 4. And now we're down to the top 3 issues of the week. We've got coming in at number 3 this week, another brand new series from Marvel. We've got Black Panther, issue number 1. This is cover A wraparound cover from Alex Ross. It's incredible. And since we're on the subject of Alex Ross, I had to bring out the Iron Man one as well. Like I said, not going to be reviewing it, but man, he truly does kill it on all of his covers. As far as this series goes, I did not read any of the prior Black Panther stuff, and I feel like it is very necessary to the story. There's a lot of characters I didn't know. There was a lot of things that I didn't really understand that was happening. It seems to have picked up, honestly, probably where the last one left off. But Even though I didn't understand a lot, I didn't know some of the characters, I did really enjoy it. I really liked the artwork, and I liked what they're doing with T'Challa. He's not really the main power anymore, but he's got his own motives going on. And I just like what they did with it. We had some backstory, kind of got us caught up into speed, but then we had a lot of action too. So with that being said, I can't really speak for if it flows well with the last Black Panther run, but as a new reader, I felt like I was connected to it and I did really enjoy it. So for those reasons, we've got the new Black Panther series, issue number 1, coming in at number 3. And here we go. We've got coming in at number 2 this week. This is Marvel's Thor, issue number 19. This is cover A. This is another series that I have talked about a lot that I've been losing interest in very steadily. The last arc that I truly enjoyed was probably the first arc with the Black Winter, and then from there, some of the Donald Blake issues were good, but other than that, I really can't remember a lot of stuff that happened in this series. This issue, start of a brand new arc, and it was incredible. Nick Klein's artwork, as always, phenomenal. But this story, this one kind of gave me vibes from that first arc where something happened and now it's just Thor needs to figure this stuff out. This is going to be a spoiler. So in this issue, it's kind of what we've been leading up to this entire time. Mjolnir's been stolen. Thor needs to go find Mjolnir. But there was a lot of action, a lot of awesome plot that was developed. And it seems that this is going to take off and really be a phenomenal arc. I cannot wait to see what Donny Cates does with this one. I know he's got a lot on his plate right now. He's got this. I know he's got his Image series. He just started up Hulk. Hope he can keep it all together. I know he can. He's a great writer. But for those reasons, we've got Thor, issue number 19, coming in at number 2. And this is it. We've got coming in at number 1 this week. This is my top read of the week. We have Boom Studios, House of Slaughter, issue number 2. This is cover A. Was it obvious? I love my indies. I love this series, and I thought this issue was fantastic. The artwork, as always, it's pretty much on par with every other House of Slaughter. Something is killing the children, but this storyline right now, it's been incredible. I feel so drawn into it, and in this issue, we kind of had 3 different stories going on. It was what's currently happening, and then we saw something prior, and then earlier in the day. So it's kind of 3 different stories, but man, they're really developing some of these characters, and we're just learning a lot of backstory on pretty much everything. Who the new Jace character is, Aaron, the House of Slaughter. It's been such a fun ride so far with Something is Killing the Children, and this is such a nice continuation of it. So for those reasons, we've got coming in at number 1, House of Slaughter, issue number 2. And now you know what time it is. Time for this week's giveaway. This week I'm going to be giving away this Bombardier and Son exclusive, but on top of that, I'm going to be throwing in a Key Hero Comics print and some stuff that hasn't been claimed through some of the last giveaways. It's going to be Monster Kill Squad, issue number 2, and I'm also going to be throwing in the Scout Comics lot that went unclaimed as well. So this week is going to be a total of 6 books and a print. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is comment down below your favorite book of the week and make sure you're subbed up to the channel. And thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.